Hi everybody, this is Mr. RB. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the letter K in one-point perspective. I have my pencil, my eraser, some paper, and a straight edge. I'm using a ruler, but any firm, straight-edged object would work. To begin with, I create a horizon line, and I'm putting mine high up on the paper. Everything above the horizon line is above my eye level. Think ceilings, clouds, birds flying overhead. Everything below the horizon line is below my eye level. Think your knees, your toes, tiles on the floor, flowers on the ground, things like that. We're going to put our letter K below eye level. We're going to need one vanishing point, which is why we call it one-point perspective, and I'm putting mine all the way to the left of my horizon line. It must go on the horizon line, and for today I'm choosing to put it all the way to the left. I need to draw a bubble letter K. Here's the main leg of the K. And I'm going to add the two diagonal legs. When I do not use my straight edge, my straight lines are not as straight. Sometimes I like that, and sometimes I do not. I think it comes down to what are you trying to do and what are you trying to communicate. And sometimes how much patience do you have for either having it not be perfectly straight, or on the other hand, how much patience do you have for making it perfectly straight? And we all strike some balance somewhere. Hopefully your balance is working for you. Hey, next we have our bubble letter K. We're ready to put in the lines and angles to create the illusion that it's three-dimensional. I'm going to put my pencil on my vanishing point, my ruler on my pencil, and pivot till I hit that lower corner of that leg of the K. I'm going to draw a line straight down to it. Draw lightly. Most of this will get erased. I'm going to repeat that for the top. Whoop. Pencil on vanishing point, ruler on pencil, pivot, ruler, and connect. Yep. This will be the side wall of my giant letter K. I'm going to put my ruler directly on the bubble letter K. Notice that strong vertical that we started out with. I'm just going to slide it over a little and make a new vertical. This will be the back edge of the side of my K. I do want to keep that segment, and I do want to keep that little segment. And then I'm going to erase out all the rest of those two diagonals we drew in. Notice that the diagonals that I'm erasing both go to the vanishing point, and they get closer and closer and closer to each other as they do. They are not parallel. They are converging. Well, I have the side of my K. Here's a little tone to help separate it from the bubble letter side that I started out with. Let's get the roof over here. Again, I'm going to put my pencil on the vanishing point, ruler on the pencil, slide my ruler over till I pivot, pivot, pivot till I touch that corner, and I'm going to connect. The front of my K has a horizontal along the top. If the front of my K has a horizontal, the back will have a, yep, you're right, horizontal. So I'm just going to make a little piece of horizontal there. I don't need the rest of the diagonal anymore. I get rid of it. Notice all those diagonals are going right back to that same one point. Well, I've got that side. I need to do this side. All right, pencil on the vanishing point, pivot till we get to the top of the K, make a line, Repeat for the other corner. Make a line. What was the front edge? Ooh, that's a horizontal. If the front is a horizontal, then the back will be horizontal. And I'm going to line it up with the back of the other leg of the K, the primary leg. So they just look neat. You don't have to, but it certainly makes things easier to convince people of, that's for sure. People expect that, so going along with that makes it easier to convince them of this illusion. I erased the extra line. I certainly want to keep these segments, these parts of those vanishing lines. And now I need to connect this down to the base. I want it to feel like this connects down to here, just like this connects down to here. So I'm going to make that, oops, I'm going to put this right over here. I'm going to slide that back until I get to that corner, and I'm going to make a line that's parallel. Notice that this line and this line are parallel. And what we mean by that is if we drew those lines out forever, they would never meet. They just go the same direction. And that will really give us all we need on this K, I believe. I'm going to check down here just in case, but when I put my pencil on this lower corner and connect up to the vanishing point, no, I'm going through the letter K. I wouldn't see that. The letter K itself would block that off. Well, let's check this side, just in case. Maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe there's a little here. Maybe I see a little bit of that. I don't know. I think you could almost get away with not doing that, but you have to go with what looks right. I'm going to add a little tone over here, just to make it clearer what we're looking at. A little tone to the front. And I'm going to leave the tops bright because I'm going to say the sun is somewhere up here. Oops, let's move that down so you can see. There's my sunshine shining down on my bright roofs. Maybe a little filtered light hitting the front of the building or the letter K. And then, of course, back here, we'll say that's darker. The bigger the contrast between light and dark, the more dramatic the drawing tends to be. Also, it makes it seem like the light is brighter. I can't really make the light areas any brighter than the white paper. So the only way I can make it seem like there's bright light is by making some dark areas. So the light will only be as bright as the dark is dark. So if your drawings are looking a little dull and gray, like it's always really, really cloudy where you're drawing, try making sure that there's some whites and some darks. The two together will really brighten up your pictures. Now, if you're trying to draw a rainy, gray, soft scene, well, then you might need a lot of grays and not too much bright whites or even darks. Do I need that little bit there? That is a good question. I am not convinced, but I'll draw it in and see how it looks. I don't know, what do you think? Did it add to it or not? When you're doing these, sometimes you just have to eyeball them and take a look, maybe step away for a while and come back. Check with a friend or somebody you have around, see what they think. Anyhow, have fun with it, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye, everybody.